Mayana is escorted by Maurice Hubbard II, her father, and her mother, Aviana Hubbard. Football fans, the Great American Rivalry Series would like to take a moment to honor the top athletes from each school. As a part of the series, the United States Marine Corps will be presenting each player with a college scholarship in recognition of their academic achievement and athletic excellence. To highlight those athletes that work hard on and off the field, the United States Marine Corps is very proud to honor the senior player holding the highest academic standing from each team. The athletes being recognized first by Sergeant Evans from Highland Spring, from Varina High School, is Cole Felix. Cole Felix plays both sides of the ball as a fullback and a linebacker. Off the field, he is a tremendous example of a student athlete holding a 4.0 GPA. During this time, Cole has been a member of the basketball team as well as a member of the track team. After high school, Cole hopes to continue his football career and is interested in going to the University of Maryland, University of Richmond, or NC Central. Presenting this award to Cole is Sergeant Evans. Congratulations, Cole Felix. From Varina High School, presenting is Sergeant Maldonado. And the Highland Springs athlete is Raekwon Taylor. Raekwon is a 4-year letterman of Highland Springs football. He is also a 2-time All-State, All-Region award winner at offensive lineman. Raekwon has maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout his entire high school career. After high school, Raekwon will be continuing his football career and is currently deciding where he will play. Ladies and gentlemen, Raekwon Taylor. Let's give it up for both Sergeant Evans and Sergeant Maldonado and the United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, playing the national anthem tonight will be the Varina High School Marching Band. Please welcome them to the field. the Highland Springs JROTC will present the colors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and all who have served it with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. The referees for tonight's contest: Selwyn Walker, your side judge. Your field judge, Kevin Kiefer. Your line judge, Tyler Cervantes. Your linesman, Arthur Davis. Your umpire, Kevin Dolliver. Your referee in charge, Sam Robinson. And your ECO, the great Glenn Tuck. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to have, as an honorary captain for tonight's game, we have Sergeant Maldonado and Sergeant Evans from the United States Marine Corps. And they will execute today's coin toss as our special guests of honor.
Right, so when I connect, let Megan know that when I connect, I can hear them when I'm talking to her.
The captains for Varina.
She needs me on that line.
Number 6, Damari Carter.
All right.
Number 10, Elijah Brown.
Just let me know when, so I can call in. Thank you.
Number 66, Evan Nixon. And number 56, Jay Sean Richardson. Captains for the Springers: number 2, Tamandre Braxton. Number 11, Brennan Johnson. Number 12, Christian Martin. And number 58, Raekwon Taylor. Varina has deferred to the second half, which means your Highland Springs Springers will receive the opening kickoff. One more time, Springer fans, let's give a big welcome to Sergeant Maldonado and Sergeant Evans from the United States Marine Corps. And let's give a big Easton welcome to the Blue Devils of Varina High School.
Okay, perfect. I'm calling in right now. Thank you. All right, copy. All right.
And now, get on your feet and let's get ready to meet and greet your defending, reigning 5A state champion, your Highland Spring Warriors! The Springers are being coached by the great Lauren Johnson. By Sean Royster, boots to kick off for the Blue Devils. Tamondre Braxton deep for the Springers. And we are ready! That inside handoff tackled by number 57, Jaden Schuler. But that yardage is enough for a Blue Devil first down. That inside handoff tackled in the backfield by number 0, Daryl Harris. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down. That screen pass is complete to number 0, Nasir Smith. Small gain on the play, and that'll bring up third down. Johnson looking to pass. He gets tackled in the backfield by number 44, Beauchamp Street. And that will bring up fourth down.
What be wrong with
Royster back to the kick for the Blue Devils. There is a flag on the field. Delay of game on the Blue Devils. Back them up 5 yards and replay fourth down. Braxton back deep for the Springers. That punt takes a Varina bounce all the way down to the 46-yard line, where the Springers will take over first down. Once again, football fans, we'd like to remind you to go visit our concession stand sponsors, the Highland Springs Band Booster Concession Stand, Jay's Sweet Treats, The Sweet Spot, Unicorn Sweet Treats, and Jay's Grill. Inside handoff is to number 22, Eric Bird. He gets tackled immediately by number 53, Elton Shaw. Loss of a few, and that'll bring up second down. option. Martin keeps it. Gets hit first to the party is number 9, Sherwood Washington. And that will bring up 3rd and long. Inside handoff is to number 22, Bird. Gets across the 45 to the 47-yard line, and that will bring up 4th down. Tackle made by number 1, Jordan Evans. Jarrell Dent to punt for the Springers. Tavion Gilpin back deep for the Blue Devils. Fumble. Recovered by the quarterback. Loss of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That inside handoff is tackled immediately by number 24, Kasim Drungle, and that will bring up 3rd down. Springer fans making their way through the stands are members of the Ladies Springer basketball team selling 50-50 raffle tickets. Support your Lady Springers as they sell 50-50 raffles. That pass is complete to number 5, Eric Smith. He gets across the 50 and forced out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And that's enough for a Blue Devil. 1st down. That inside handoff tackled immediately by number 0, Daryl Harris. Loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass is up, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for number 11, Asaya Davis, and that will bring up third down. Johnson's pass is up, and that pass is incomplete. And that will bring up fourth down.
He said he a gangster. He said he a robber. He said he got diamonds. He said he saw what's now. He said he a real champ. I know what you got to say. I don't want to talk. Don't talk to me. Talk too much.
Henley and Braxton back deep with the Springers. Delay of game on the Blue Devils. Back them up 5 yards and repeat. Fourth down. It's a fake. And there are multiple flags on the field. Dead ball, personal foul on the Blue Devils. Dead ball, personal foul on the Springers. Those penalties will offset. First down, Springers. Attention, Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell, if you're in the arena, please report to the press box. Once again, Jaden Campbell, please report to the press box. Delay of game on the Springers. Back them up 5 yards and replay first down. That inside handoff is to number 14, Cole Varner. Short gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Martin back to pass. And that pass is incomplete. Intended for number 13, George Lovelace. And that will bring up third down. Martin back to pass for the Springers. There is a flag on the field.
Tackle for loss. Is that a 5 or a 6?
Tackle made by number 6.
6.
Jamon Lewis came up from his strong safety position and did strong safety things.
He tried to bounce it outside to the running into the strength of the formation.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, simple 2-by-2, 4-wide formation by Varina.
Linwood Johnson calling out the signals. Now we'll send Jordan Edwards in motion toward us.
Yeah, they've changed the play here.
Now the receiver comes out of the backfield. Smith, he's the ultimate safety valve. Now the quarterback comes forward, looks to throw it, and overthrows his intended receiver, Damari Carter.
And rest assured, he could have gotten close to the first down, if not made the first down, had he kept the ball.
Yeah, there was a lot of green turf in front of him.
And that's being mentioned to him right now.
No score, Varina and Highland Springs in our special Saturday broadcast here. 1 week to go in the high school football regular season. Receiver out of the running back out of the backfield goes in motion. Underneath pass goes complete. Going to be close to the first down. See who made that catch. Once he turns, that was Gilpin on the catch.
That was a semi-jailbreak screen, a little X screen, just a quick pass out to the single side receiver, tackle and guard, break down the field and try to kick one out and lead up the field.
Fourth and 1 for the Blue Devils, and they will go. Or at least pretend like they're going to go. Now a timeout taken by Varina. We'll take it with them on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
High school football game of the week is made possible by West Broad Honda. 2023 models in stock now, or reserve and get exactly what you want. West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. On the web at westbroadhonda.com. Why buy anywhere else?
Guests appear on 910 The Fan via the Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning Hotline. For all of your Oriental rug cleaning needs, just one call to Joe Hadid. Trust your Oriental rug to Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning. Learn more at Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning.
You're listening to the high school football game of the week, brought to you in part by Funky Trinity Trophy on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
Varina uses its first time out of the half after trying, or at least trying to draw out the side. And now, offense is still on the field. It's interesting, use the timeout to try and withdraw them off, and yet still being willing to go.
I'll tell you my favorite part in a minute.
Can't wait to hear this. Now we have another stoppage. What?
They call timeout again.
Timeout.
Right, well,
Go ahead.
here's my problem. After they made a huddle on the other side, like you expect them to do.
Once again, as a reminder, there is no standing along the gate in the end zone area. Once again, please clear the concession area. Thank you.
Couldn't you just call the play while you're over there? And then they go out there and evidently whatever little tricky thing they were trying to do, not everybody received the message, and so he called a second timeout, which is basically, in a comedy of errors first quarter, that's a pretty good way to finish. Maybe we ought to just have a running clock until the second quarter and try to, I don't know, try to reinvent ourselves.
So, meanwhile, it's still 4th and 1, and Varina's used 2 of its timeouts. And the offense still on the field. This time they'll snap it.
Quarterback
straight ahead power. Doesn't get much, but didn't need much. May have been able to move the chains.
He did.
Tackled by number 57. Correction, number 55.
And now he's down.
Bryson Braithwaite. And there is an injured Blue Devil on the field.
38 seconds to go in the quarter while they attend to the injured player. Let's get in a timeout. You were listening to High School Football on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Hey, boss. What's got you so down today?
We just lost another customer to Diamonds Direct. Guy's been with us for years. Went over there and, well, now he's in love with those people. I don't know what they do.
Want me to go secret shop Diamonds Direct again, sir?
Remind me what we learned the last time you did that.
Well, they're really good, sir. They got like 10 times the selection we have. They have those top designers that we're not allowed to carry. They're telling people the inside secrets on how to buy diamonds. They give free service on stuff like cleaning and sizing, the things you charge extra for. And they're nice people. Everybody's smiling over them.
Okay. Stop. I know it's impossible to compete with Diamonds Direct. I mean, even my accountant just upgraded his wife's engagement ring there and got her a 3-carat.
I thought your brother was your accountant.
He is.
Are you getting all you deserve from your jeweler? You might be surprised. Maybe it's time to get the value, the selection, the quality, the education, and the service you deserve at Diamonds Direct. In Short Pump, proud sponsor of UVA Athletics and proud to call RVA home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
The high school football game of the week continues on the new Sports
Football
Radio
fans,
910 The
we'd
Fan,
like to
now
take
at
this time to thank the
105.1
United States
FM.
Marines and Brain Bomb for selecting this game as a part of this
So the injured
exciting
player
series.
is the quarterback, Linwood Johnson.
Sports
He is
Stream
still
is
down
America's
on the
target
field.
and largest
He is
fan-driven
moving his legs,
sports
but he
sharing
is
platform.
face down.
Download the app to share scores,
The
photos,
position he was at the
and
end of the
videos
play.
from this game. Be sure to stick around after the
So
game
here is
for
the
the Great
summary of
American
the game
Rivalry
so far.
Series will
A
announce
lot
its
of punts,
most
very few
valuable
first
players
downs, no score.
and championship trophy presentation immediately following the conclusion of today's
And this
contest.
jet is coming in for a landing over here, and people are looking out the port side of the plane and going, "Oh, that looks like an exciting game. Keep flying, go." the terminal is more interested in this.
That's right. It's interesting, if you describe the scene, both stands are full. People standing up all around. There's a huge crowd here. This game is, and everybody had to buy tickets in advance. And, listen, Highland Springs Varina is an event. And that's no case here. They are still working with quarterback Linwood Johnson on the field. Somebody throwing the ball on the far side.
Oh, yeah, there's no question they're going to.
Backup quarterback is about to enter the game.
From what I see, it looks like number 19. If you're looking at this side.
Oh, my gosh.
He gets up and runs
Let's
off
give a big round of applause for the injured Blue Devil.
And gets into a brand new Jeep.
So Linwood Johnson is okay.
That's a remake of Heaven Can Wait, isn't it?
Wow. Wow. Is that Warren Beatty?
Yes. And all of a sudden he jumps up. Yep.
He was quarterback for the Rams.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And he was brought off earth too early, and so they saved him until he had a spot.
Right.
And he got in the quarterback. The quarterback got killed on the field, but he overtook his body. Yeah.
First and 10 at the 41 for the Blue Devils. Gilpin takes the direct
Inside
snap.
handoff is to number 3,
Fights
Gilpin.
forward to the
Keeps it
35.
himself. Game
They
is 6
had
on the play, and that'll bring up
definitely
second down.
With the Wildcat style.
Is that or Gilpin's backup quarterback?
I saw 18 or 9. I think it's either 18 or 19 on top.
And now the first quarter is going to come to an end.
Thankfully.
It is a scoreless first quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4 punts and a missed fake punt. And Varina now has the ball at the Highland Springs 36.
All right, Springer
Second
fans.
quarter up next. You're
At the
listening
second
to the
quarter,
high
we
school
get to meet
football
your
game of the
lovely
week on
Highland
Radio
Springs
910.
cheerleader, Mariana Kennedy, Talia, Maya, Jaden, and your captain, Imani. The JV coaches, your assistant JV coach, Oxy Hodge, your assistant varsity coach, Tony Anderson, and your head coach, Amara Temple. Ladies and gentlemen, your Varsity Springer cheerleader.
Often young people take their own lives, have warning signs, like withdrawing, heavy sadness that won't go away, or concerning posts online. Know the signs. Talk to your kids. Ask for help from a mental health professional. Visit notalkask.org or call 988 for help right away.
You're listening to the high school football game of the week on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
Flags fly.
Second quarter gets underway with a
False start
procedure call
on the Blue
against
Devils.
Varina.
Back
Center
up
forgot
5
to snap
yards
it.
and replay.
Then
Second
he
down.
remembered it when he had moved the ball, half the ball.
It always looks funny when the center's the one who forgets to snap it. All right. So, Kay Von Gilpin, which I don't want to say anything because I'm not 100% sure.
Direct snap to Gilpin.
Wildcat look.
And he gets tackled by number 42.
Good play that time over there by Rakia Hopkins.
Hopkins on the tackle.
Cast 1,000.
And that will bring up third down.
They got 19 going in the game right here now. I did see him. Caleb White, a ninth grader quarterback.
Caleb White, right?
Yep. Mr. White, welcome to the varsity.
Exactly. By the way, it's 3rd and 8.
It's a great backup quarterback named White.
Going back away a little bit there, pal. Back to throw. White looking. Now he'll scramble to the 35, and he moves the chains.
Caleb White.
And he runs with reckless abandon. And look at the sideline over at Varina. They finally have something to
Scrambles
cheer
for 8.
about. I don't know if it was out of skill or fear, but
And that will be enough.
he got to the
For
sideline
a Blue
really,
Devil.
really quickly.
First down.
After he got the first down.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're the quarterback, right? Get the first down and avoid the hit.
They are first down away from being in field goal range, too.
Inside, handoff
The
is to
handoff
number
goes to
0.
Smith, and great job. But got to give credit to
Nasir
those
Smith.
fellas up front.
Oh,
The
yeah.
push was great that time.
Big old spill right there, man. That was great. That was,
Gain of 4
you know,
on the
they-
play, and that'll
they
bring up
maintained
second
their
down.
block. Got this Highland Springs front line got pushed back a little bit. It was 4 hard-earned yards. That always works.
They spotted back at it looked like it was going to be the 25, but they spotted back at the 26.
Yep.
2nd and 7. For the Blue Devils, back to throw.
Weiser's pass is complete to number 0, Jordan.
Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Jordan Edwards. Gain of 12 on the play, and that'll be enough for a Blue Devil first
He
down.
obviously heard a whistle, but the ball carrier stopped.
So needed 7 to move the chains. Got 7 there at the 19. So it's the first red zone possession of the day, and it belongs to the Blue Devils. Caleb White, the backup quarterback in the game, and the snap goes over his head, and he picks it up
And
back at the
down
33-yard line and
At
goes
the
down.
35-yard line.
And that's him looking at whatever he's keying on. and taking his eyes off the snap, which if it had gone, had been a little bit more accurate, it would have hit him right in the face mask.
So a loss of 14 creates 2nd and 24. 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, still no score between Varina and Highland Springs.
So you snap it past the quarterback, now you put him in an empty backfield.
Weiss takes the snap,
Weiss
to his right,
looking to
looks
pass.
to throw, and he gets rid of it to the far side, and the pass is caught for the touchdown.
It might
I
be
believe it was Damari Carter.
and he's their leading receiver.
Damari Carter
I think I see
with
6
the
over there.
reception.
Yes, sir. And he's a freshman to a sophomore. Of course, Damari Carter has 30 receptions for over almost 15 yards of reception. So that'll add nicely to his total, put him within striking distance of 500 yards for the season.
Now the extra point attempt of Vishon Royster. Snap, hold. Line drive kick is...
It's going to be offsides on the Springers.
It is offsides on
team.
the Springers.
Yeah. Now, do you go for 2?
Have seen no indication from the Varina sideline that the offense is coming on the field.
Yeah.
So I think the answer to that question is no.
I don't blame them, but
It's a fair question. Anytime
they
it's half the distance.
I guarantee you, if they change their mind, they might get delay a game. Trying to get it out there. Just saying, get off my lawn, by the way.
The extra point attempt is no good. Wide right. 6-0 Blue Devils. We'll take timeout on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
High school football game of the week is made possible by West Broad Honda. 2023 models in stock now, or reserve and get exactly what you want. West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. On the web at westbroadhonda.com. Why buy anywhere else?
Hi, this is Tom Leonard from Tom Leonard's Farmers Market. We cut out the middleman to save you money. How's this for some bargains this week? Snow crab leg clusters, $7.99 a pound. You save over $2 a pound. 1 pound lump fresh crab meat, 2 for $35. Live Maine lobsters, arriving daily, $12.99 a pound. Wow, that's a bargain. Jumbo, super sweet cantaloupes, or honeydews, 2 for $5, and you can mix and match them. Tom Leonard's Farmers Market open every day, 8 to 8.
On 910 The Fan via the Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning Hotline. For all of your Oriental rug cleaning needs, just one call to Joe Hadid. Trust your Oriental rugs to Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning. Learn more at HadidMercerRugCleaning.com.
You're listening to the high school football game of the week, brought to you in part by Bunkie Trinity Trophies on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
West Broad Honda drive summary, 11 plays, 52 yards, took 5:06 off the clock. Caleb Whites to Damari Carter, 33-yard touchdown strike and a 6-0 Varina lead. Kickoff will go out of bounds and give the Springers the ball at the 35-yard line.
Right, but it was a good attempt of lobbing one down there. If they had lobbed it to the numbers, they would have the returner would have to come up. Now, what are they going to do? The Springers get the choice, do they not?
Of making them kick it again?
Yeah. And I think that's what's going to happen.
We'll push them back 5 and make them kick it again. The drive summary brought to you by West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. Why buy anywhere else? So we have a huge crowd here today at the Vic 2.0 Big Friday Stadium at the new Highland Springs High School. Kind of gotten used to this new configuration of Highland Springs
I really
High School.
have. I was thinking about that today. I'm still having a hard time exactly where the press box was in this configuration, but basically right in the direction where the goalpost is to our left, right?
Right, except, I don't know, it might be a little farther. I'm not exactly sure where on that street, but yeah, the goalpost, that general area.
Yeah.
So they push them back 5, make them kick it again, and that big gap between the back receiver is there again. Royster kicks it. They kick it to Varner at the 27, 28-yard line. He gets to the 30, and he's upended. The guy who made that tackle went through a blocker to get that tackle. pretty impressive stuff right there.
Yeah.
And that was number 29, Sean Banks, for the Blue Devils.
I know Tamondre Braxton was very, very frustrated because he felt like he had the path outside, and he's letting Varner know about it right now.
9:07 to go in the half. Blue Devils now on the board with a 6-0 lead.
Wow. Braxton was moping and was supposed to be out there on offense.
Straight ahead handoff, Bird, and he is met in the backfield. Braylon Hood. Hood got the penetration and met him before he got to the line of scrimmage. Lost untracked. Wide receiver screen goes complete. Noah Jenkins in the game. Very close to the Springer first down of the game.
That's a sharp little play, and it was great. They motioned out of the original first down play.
Needed 12, got 12, and it's a move the chains for the Springers for the first time. You know, Noah Jenkins is a guy that they need to reincorporate into this offense before playoff time.
Yep. He's playing wide receiver right now.
So give it to Bird on first down, and he gets through the line to the second level, crosses the 50 and the 45. Good gain on first down.
It looked like the inside zone that time. I don't think they were reading it very hard. But Bird is very, very, he gets off to a quick start, and he accelerates through the line of scrimmage. And now the Springer offense is starting to look a little bit like the Springer offense.
Second and 2 after the 8-yard run by Bird. H-back, tight end, 2 wides, 1 back.
Yeah.
They'll give it to Bird again. Goes off right tackle, gets inside the 45, down to the 40, before he's brought down by a couple of tacklers, including Malachi Moore, who has had a nice game so far from his free safety spot. A couple of pass breakups and several tackles.
Springer's looking a little bit more like the Springers now.
Yep. So another first down there on a couple of runs. Now we have a whistle and a stoppage.
Got a kid down, and do we have our first cramp of the game?
And it's Malachi Moore too. But while he's down, let's squeeze in another break. You are listening to High School Football on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming. Our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with
of his players that were effective. Let's give the injured Blue Devil a round of applause. Inside handoff is to number 22, Eric Bird. He gets across the 30-yard line to the 35-yard line, and that will be enough for a Springer first down. looking to pass. Martin will be ruled down by contact. That's a loss of 12 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Yard loss on that play.
When you get behind the chains, then all of a sudden the stuff that's working for you, the inside the tackle runs, you know, because Varina has to play the tight end situation a lot different. This time, no tight end, but they still have the H-back, which still works that way.
And now a timeout taken by the Springers. 5:22 to go in the half. We'll keep it right here. Second and 26. You're just looking to get a chunk of this.
Yes.
Because when you need to get to the 15-yard line to get a first down, so it's likely 4-down territory. So all you need on this play when you're looking at 26 total is maybe like 10 yards.
Yeah. Figure out a way to send a couple of guys deep and have them clear out the area. Just throw an intermediate pass and bite off half of what you want.
Exactly.
And because these guys. And you were talking about Seven making, a couple of nice pass breakups. The first play from scrimmage for the Springers, he had beat his original coverage. That post pattern was open, but the free safeties back there with nothing to do, and so he got involved, and the chase defender caught up, and it was a routine defensive play at that point.
So after the timeout. Play is set for second and 26.
Now we're going to a 3-wide formation.
Henley, Finney, and Braxton on the far side. Now Braxton comes this way. Joins Noah Jenkins. Back to throw. Looking, he'll go underneath, and that is going to be intercepted. Went through the hands of the intended receiver. It ended up in the hands of Braylon Hood.
And on the run back, there's multiple. And the Springers are not protesting. It happened in front of them. Quite frankly, the tent took out my vision on the whether or not he finished he came out of the tent as far as I was concerned. But he looked like he got it right above the ground. The ball had no recoil at all.
The ball went through the intended receiver's hands. And on the way to the ground, went in. He caught it off the ground by maybe about a foot.
Yeah, it was a blindside block on the 50. And the Blue Devils have a golden opportunity right here to take some time off this clock and at least take a 6-point lead into the locker room.
So 5:11 to go in the half. Blue Devils will begin at their own 35 after the walk-off because of the penalty.
Yeah, Gary, remember the old days where you could get a penalty and start at first and 25?
I do.
It's been a while, but it's within our time together. Has it not?
I think so.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, right about the time you took the baton from Coach Rinaldi, I think is when that changed. So there's a straight-ahead handoff on first down. It is still Caleb White in the ball game. See if we can catch who that was Nasir Smith on the carry.
Yeah, my point being is that was one of those situations where you would, you got a turnover, but then you have a legal block in the return game, and it becomes part of the yardage to gain, the yards to gain for the first down.
Gain of 3 for Smith on the first down carry. He'll get it again. And he fights his way for 1, maybe 2, creating third and manageable. Got a couple. And a 3rd and 5 coming up. Ball at the 40.
Yeah, we're down. We're going to be inside of 4 minutes when this ball snaps. Springer's substituting fairly often, especially the inside tackles position and the defensive ends. The defensive end opposite Street, who's basically Street is the returning.
Here comes the blitz on White. He manages to avoid it, gets the pass off, and it's going to be caught at the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown to Jordan Edwards. What a great job by Caleb White of buying time in the pocket and finding his deep receiver.
Wow, the Varina sideline's going crazy. And the Highland Springs sideline is going crazy for a different reason, because they won every battle and lost the war on that.
That's right.
And it was a young kid just getting out of
he
pressure.
bought time, found a spot, threw it long, and as I turned my eyes down to where the field was,
couldn't believe how
Jordan
open
Edwards was running like 5 yards behind any defender.
Yep. And he had to lay it out there long time.
On stride.
Yep. Yeah, but the receiver had a lot to do with that stride. You know, he adjusted to the ball really nicely. But it went over.
Well, you know, when you have a guy who's in his 9th year of eligibility like Jordan Edwards, you get that.
They do have some skill players, don't they?
Yes, they do.
You see him step out of that last tackle too.
So Vishon Royster now to try the extra point. Right now it's a 12-0 Blue Devil lead. There's the kick. This time it is good. 13-0 Blue Devils will take timeout on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Bunkie Trinity Trophies is a fixture in Richmond and has been a mainstay of local high school football for decades, recently celebrating 55 years. This is the 30th season for the high school football game of the week, and Bunkie Trinity Trophies has sponsored the players of the game for all 30 of those years. Remember, if you're handing out awards or recognition for any sport, business, or organization, Bunkie Trinity Trophies is the place to go. The message from the great people at Bunkie Trinity Trophies is that their name may be the one on the bottom, but thanks for putting us on top. 12 East Gray Street along historic Linden Row.
Have you noticed how crazy the weather has gotten? Warm in November, frigid in January, blistering hot in June. If your HVAC system isn't keeping up with all the changes, maybe it's time to reach out to the true pros in the business. Universal Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. They've been serving Richmond homeowners for more than 40 years, so they must be doing something right. And they do it right the first time. So get ready for cooler or warmer weather with a call to Universal. Visit online at universalhvac.com.
You're listening to the high school football game of the week on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
Well, the West Broad Honda drive summary, 3 plays, 65 yards. Minute 25 seconds off the clock, 60-yard strike from Caleb White to Jordan Edwards. 13-0 Blue Devils, 3:46 to go in the half. Drive summary brought to you by West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. Why buy anywhere else? Coach?
Christian Martin on one knee at the 25-yard line. Only one other player. The punter is next to him right now. I don't know. I'm not sure why he's frustrated. It's
offsides again by the Blue Devils. Second time today for that penalty.
There should be a bigger penalty for doing that twice in one game.
Yeah, he actually did this.
Like you had to play a man
What does
short.
that stand for?
I don't know. First of all, that's terrible radio. You're crossing your hands in front of your chest.
Right, exactly.
All right.
That was the penalty signal the official gave.
If you put it around your throat, it sounds pretty good. The improper choke.
So the Blue Devils with a 13-0 lead on 2 Caleb White second quarter touchdown passes. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Ball taken at the 12-yard line by Tamondre Braxton. 30, 35, 40, and into the blind spot for the offense canopy, or the defense canopy. Can't tell which is which.
And to get the, yeah.
That's the meeting canopy. The hydration canopy is that one over there.
That's true. They got videos on that, so the team that is not on the field is
right. So that's right now the defense canopy.
Is reviewing end zone video. I'm assuming, even though I don't see end zone camera. That's strange.
Might be straight on. I saw a couple of cameras even.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. Yeah, there I see the end zone camera. This one,
yep.
On the other end, you got to have all 22.
So the Springers now have the ball. I believe it's going to be at their own 45-yard line. And here they come. Eric Bird in the backfield. 4 wides, 2 on each side. 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Now Kevin Finney will go wide left in motion. Everybody set, back to throw. Martin looking over the middle, and he goes to Lovelace on a quick slant from the slot position, and it's a good gain on first down.
Yep. It's kind of, looked a little bit like a snag route, which is the difference between the two is you're kind of throttling down and working back to the quarterback at the end of the, that obviously diagonally slant route you run.
11 yards on the pitch and catch, first and 10 at the 44. Henley comes in motion to the near side, still looking for Jakari Henley's first touch of the game. Fake to Bird, and there's Henley's first touch of the game. Gets to the 45, to the 40, and out of bounds.
A little quick screen that time. That's really part of the running program for the Springers, and a lot of offenses. It makes a lot of sense. Spread the ball around a little bit.
Gain of 6 takes it to the 38-yard line.
They gave Bull a rest on that first series, Gary. He's back at his defensive tackle spot.
Second down and 4. Martin to throw again. This time goes in the flat to Henley again. Gets to the 30, down to the 27-yard line, and a flag comes in at the very end. The official on the far sideline threw a flag on that hit right at the end. Wait and see what that call is.
The Springers are starting to put together a portfolio of things they can do downfield now that they've kind of got to look at what Varina's got working on them. And that's going to be tacked on at the end of the Springer catch and run.
So it should take it to about the 14-yard line.
Yep. Spot on, my man. No pun intended.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Thank you. I have my moments of clarity.
So, I got a little lucky. They brought up Henley, and they've gone to him 2 plays in a row.
Right.
4 wides. Varner in the backfield for this snap. Quarterback power.
Yeah.
Gets down to the 10, down to the 9-yard line maybe.
Varner's the designated fullback on the quarterback power. Quarterback ISO. Really, I don't even think I saw a lineman pull, but probably did. Maybe kicked out, and then they picked on a linebacker there.
Gain of 5, second and 5, ball at the 9. 2.5 minutes to go in the half, and Varina's up 13-0. Now whistle. And a timeout taken here.
I got a kid that's come off the field here.
Which side?
On the Varina side, right there at the 20. Coach Lewis was.
Oh yeah, I see him.
That's a big kid too. I don't think the action took a lineman over there, did it? On that play?
What number is that?
53.
So that is going to be Elton Shaw, who's down. He's starting, one of the starting tackles, defensive tackles.
Yeah, the guy opposite Javon Richardson.
So Linwood Johnson was hurt on a running play early second quarter, and they ran a couple of wildcat plays with Tavon Gilpin, and then brought Caleb Weich, the backup quarterback, in, and Caleb Weich has thrown a couple of touchdown passes.
Oh, by the way, did we mention he's a freshman?
One to Damari Carter, one to Jordan Edwards.
Yeah. And Carter is a sophomore and leads the team in receptions.
Jordan Edwards leads the team in most years with a driver's license.
Junior Turpin Adams is in big old number 71.
Right. By the way, folks, we're just making a joke. We have guys that play for 4 years and they seem like they're in a school for the longest time, and Jordan Edwards is one of those guys to me.
Because typically, more so than from their sophomore year, it's usually the junior year you know a kid and you get used to him only having 1 year, and then you get a guy that's been shaving since he's 11 years old.
Right.
Working with what God gave him.
I used to talk to Omar Kazee, who's a good friend of both of
Yeah.
ours, back at his alma mater on staff at Huguenot. Used to ask him, which of the 7 years you played for Huguenot was your favorite?
Yeah, I did the same thing, Alan Michael Cash.
Yeah. 2nd and 5 from the 9 for the Springers. Trying to cut the deficit in half here before halftime. The slant pattern intended for Tamondre Braxton, but the pass was inaccurate and goes incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't think he and Braxton were the same. I think Martin, and he's explaining to Coach Johnson right now. I think there was a hot read, and I think he expected a linebacker had vacated that area, and he expected his receiver to check up a little bit, and he didn't.
So now a 3rd and 5 at the 9, and if this is an incomplete pass and it's 4th and 5, do you take points?
Yeah. No. I don't. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
1:59 to go in the half. Handoff inside to Eric Bird, which is a call you make if you're planning on going for it on 4th down.
I agree. It also tells you might want to throw the ball on this end.
So they got 1 yard to the 8. I think it's 8. Yes.
All right. I don't know what's going on here. He's taking time off the clock. He may not get this off.
Still got 20 seconds.
Okay. Now forget the shot clock is going on.
Bird in the backfield. Barton the quarterback. 2 wide receivers on each side. Barton goes under center. Might be trying to draw him off sides.
He took the time off the clock, which is pretty smart. Planning on scoring here, certainly not giving Varina much time to handle the kickoff and get a drive going themselves.
So to reset, the ball's at the 8-yard line, 4th and 4. Get a first down at the 4-yard line, and a fresh set of downs. 1:04 to go in the half, and a 13-0 Varina lead.
And keep in mind that Varina will receive the second half kickoff, and so you've got a chance. If you're the Springers, you want to kind of negate that possibility, that possession. And that was part of the strategy there of just kind of trying to get them to jump off sides or whatever.
So here comes both teams back onto the field after the timeout. And the 4th and 4 play call in the books. Henley will go wide right. Braxton wide left. H-back tight end.
Bird in the pistol.
Pistol with Bird behind Christian Martin, the quarterback. They'll hand it off to Bird, who is met in the backfield and dropped.
There's your momentum builder right there.
Elijah Brown with the tackle for loss and the turnover on downs.
Now, you do not get too crazy right here.
With two wide receivers out, one each way, and the H-back and tight end in, you sell out against the run, right?
Oh, yeah. And they tried to bounce it. They hit something that gave Bird the ability to bounce outside, and it just wasn't there.
So the Blue Devils with a 2-touchdown lead can't imagine they're going to do anything fancy here.
But, Gary, how many times have they come out in a pistol? Not a whole lot today. And that might have been a good recognition by Varina. They're going to snap. And this is a smart thing to do because they get the second half kickoff. And Von Simmons is going to call timeout.
So Springers take their final timeout of the half. The ball is marked back at the 8-yard line. 2nd and 13. Coming up at halftime, you'll hear our chat with Kevin Tucker, the coach of Thomasdale, after last night's game of the week, 28-24 win over Hopewell. The front half of our weekend doubleheader. A great visit with Coach Tucker after the win. You'll hear that coming up at halftime. Then we'll have stats and the legendary Coach Chris keys to the second half.
Well, you taxed me last night. It even came up in the post-game interviews.
Right. So they'll do the knee again. Spot the ball back at the 6-yard line. And they'll have to take one more snap and then they can go to the locker room. Now you can just go ahead and do it now that it's inside 40 seconds.
Everything's an adventure there when you have a freshman at quarterback.
And there it is. And we have reached the half. A 13-0 score in favor of the Blue Devils. Caleb White, 33 yards to Damari Carter, 60 yards.
Football fans, please clear the concession area as the teams make their way to halftime. And at the half, the Varina Blue Devils, 13, your Highland Spring Springers, scoreless. Battalion and concert band. First up, Jayla Noble. Escorted by her mom, Michelle McDaniel, and her father, Mr. Christopher Mufasa, and sister Chriselle McDaniel. Next we have Anaya Shepherd, escorted by Jonathan and Amanda Shepherd. Eva Johnson, escorted by Mr. Tony Johnson and Mrs. Christy Johnson. Presenting Mr. Mark Wilson Jr. Christopher. We're going to miss that dancer. Next up, Kiara Zariah Powell. Here we go. This talented dancer has been escorted by Mr. Powell, her mother, Kiara Winters, and her godmother. Next up, Madison Wright. Okay. Nisea Doswell. Escorted by Violet Hickstall, Grandma, Terry Jones, and her auntie, Jonalyn Jones, and Grandma, Nyla. Christopher, is that Christopher? It says Christopher. It's wrong. See? Michelle McDaniel. So they Mr. and Mrs. Noble, right? Kamari Gilliam. Escorted by Courtney Golson and her father, Mr. Derek Gilliam. Next up, Oleana Ignacio, being escorted by her mom. Javion Williams. Escorted by Shania Williams, mother Van Williams, father Kyrie Taylor, cousin, and Zuri Winston, sister. Jasmine Lewis. Jasmine is being escorted by her mom, Julia Lee, grandfather, Cornelius Lee. And our awesome, magnificent senior drum major, Mr. Quentin Crump. Quentin is being escorted by his mom, Mrs. Marchette Jackson, and his father, Mr. Fred Crump. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for these magnificent class seniors. We wanted to make a correction to Jayla Noble, who was announced very first. She was escorted by her mom, Mrs. Batts, and her father, Mr. Tavares Noble. Once again, class of 2024, the Marching Battalion.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Highland Springs High School and Mr. Davon Yonkers, Director of Bands, are honored to present you. Salute your audience and give motion to your band. Salute your audience and give motion to your band.
Tyree's been out. We've been rotating some guys over there on that side. Shamari's banged up with his hand, and we were trying to, like I said, play some.
You ended up leaving Shamari.
Yeah, we ended up putting him back over there. Told him, like I said, hey, you got to go. And like I said, just his experience alone out there,
right.
Even though that kid made a great catch, he was in perfect position.
Right.
But again, 16, he's in battle. He's a young kid. Coach him up this week in practice and have him ready next week.
There you go.
Real quick, a comment on Hopewell. They pushed you tonight hard. That's going to be a tough team to beat in the Division III playoffs.
Yeah, Ricky was talking to me before the game. They had to win one of the last two in order to be the number one seed. Next week they got Prince George, so hopefully he can go out there and get these guys regrouped. And, like I said, his biggest fear is, getting a little bit beat up versus us. But I think he came out pretty healthy. I know 32 left the game early, but, he appeared to be pretty good after the game. So, like I said, if those guys can go in the playoffs healthy, I would expect them to be playing late into December. Like I said, I'd be hard-pressed until you face maybe the Phoebuses, or the Phoebus moved up to 4. I can't remember. But anyway, like I said, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with in the playoffs because they've got some athletes out there. And again, Hopewell always plays you hard-nosed football. They're tough. They're disciplined. They don't make a lot of mistakes.
And the quarterback is the truth.
Yes, the quarterback, like I said, when he went down early in the game, that was a big blow. But him coming back in there shows his toughness. And, he runs that bootleg, and that rolled out well. And
That's right. At Hart Nissan, we believe everyone deserves to drive the vehicle of their dreams. Just $99 down delivers any new or pre-owned vehicle from Hart's huge inventory. Looking for a ride under $10,000? Look no further. Hart Nissan has your car.
Are you getting all you deserve from your jeweler? You might be surprised. Maybe it's time to get the value, the selection, the quality, the education, and the service you deserve at Diamonds Direct in Short Pump. Proud sponsor of UVA Athletics and proud to call RVA home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
The high school football game of the week continues on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
Senior Day here at Highland Springs. You want to talk about the halftime Senior Day festivities?
No.
Marching band performing right now here at Highland Springs.
I know I've always had a soft spot for prison football now. Since the longest yard.
At least you have embraced your status.
Have I ever gotten mad enough at you where I would tell you, look, I'm willing to go to prison because in prison I'll be undefeated as a coach because you got players in prison.
Right.
You really do.
And they have time on their hands.
Exactly.
What, you mean I can hit people and I won't get in trouble?
There we go.
Oh, my goodness. 13-0 Varina leads at the half. First of all, it was great visiting with Kevin Tucker last night. I think that film session, especially the first half, probably they had this morning was not going to be very pleasant.
Oh, no. No. I mean, it was, and it'll be interesting to see if the Springers can change in this. Do we have security? Is security available? My man Glenn Tuck's coming in to say hello.
Yeah, it's always good to see. We have, it's one of the things that's great about what we do is we make friends all over the area.
No, I didn't say anything about friendship.
I didn't say any. I wouldn't talk about anybody in particular. Just said we make friends all over the area.
He did a bunch of arena football for us too. He was a good official. He's retired to the booth now.
Yep. So we have got clock is set for the 3-minute warm-up period whenever they get around to it. Meanwhile, the band is still playing. Here comes the Blue Devils. No sign of the Springers yet. Once again, let's reset what we saw right at the end of the half, Gary, where Coach Lauren Johnson gathered his team around on the sideline before they went in the locker room. And you talked about what your perspective was on that.
Well, again, he's he's trying to, before they break off into their meetings, he's trying to set the tone for, it's a combination of we're mad, but we can't be panicked. And, we're disappointed, but we can't be distracted. And I think that's going to be the tone. As far as the X and O's, he's going to, I believe he is getting whipped at the line of scrimmage or the running plays, and I think the key to his running game is he's going to have to throw the ball on the early downs. I think he's going to have to get out of the norm and not tip to that front seven of Varina what he's going to do, and just move the ball down the field that way, and then gash him inside some. They've shown some play, but for the most part, the great offensive line play is happening from with the kids with the white jerseys. Varina has had plays where and you've remarked it in your play-by-play that they're driving down the field in unison. It's not happening every play. These teams know each other too well. They anticipate plays, even with all the eye candy that's going on, with all the shifts and all the formations and stuff. They're still not fooling anybody. They both have tells that are, that go back not just games, but seasons. And so,
one interesting change to that dynamic, Gary, is you talk about both teams know each other, both defenses know the offenses, and not much was getting done until Varina's backup, the unknown quantity, enters the game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a little freshman, but he's got an arm, so check that box. He can hurt you. He can scramble, and he immediately gave them a lift. And I like Linwood Johnson, and I don't think I think he's got a flawed throwing motion a little bit, but he's a big, strong kid. But he looked a little timid on the run. He got knocked down, and I don't have information to see why he's not coming back in or anything like that. He certainly looked disappointed, but this kid gives you a little bit more of a can-do attitude, and he doesn't know he's not supposed to be good. So hopefully nobody told him that at halftime.
Here's the statistics. Total yards, 162 to 59 in favor of Varina. Linwood Johnson, before he left, 2 of 5, 44 yards. Caleb White's 3 of 3 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hello.
Yep.
The leading rusher is Tavon Gilpin, 5 carries, 18 yards. Leading receiver, Jordan Edwards, 2 for 67. For Highland Springs, 59 yards of offense. Christian Martin, 4 of 10 for 39 yards. Eric Bird, 9 carries, 29 yards. 29 of the 59 yards of offense that Highland Springs has mustered here in the first
and that's a kid
half.
used to getting 9.8 per carry, and that's now you find yourself in a tight game, and beyond that you find yourself in a comeback situation, and so it's going to be interesting to see how the Springers come out. Now they've got plenty of toys in the box and they're just going to have to figure out how they're going to go about this. And there is, a little exposure. They're 2 possessions away from having a lead. So with 2 successful kicks, never ignore a missed extra point among good teams, especially. So we'll see we'll see what happens here. The band has yielded the field, and the 3-minute clock is still not started. I forgot to look at my watch at halftime, but I know the halftime, about 2:25, the halftime has started, so we're in the 20-minute area now.
Well, let's step aside and take our final halftime break. When we return, second half action and Coach Chris' keys to the second half. That's next on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Bunkie Trinity Trophies is a fixture in Richmond and has been a mainstay of local high school football for decades, recently celebrating 55 years. This is the 30th season for the high school football game of the week, and Bunkie Trinity Trophies has sponsored the players of the game for all 30 of those years. Remember, if you're handing out awards or recognition for any sport, business, or organization, Bunkie Trinity Trophies is the place to go. The message from the great people at Bunkie Trinity Trophies is that their name may be the one on the bottom, but thanks for putting us on top. 12 East Gray Street along historic Linden Row.
Did you know that Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer is a big supporter of high school football? Who might that be, you ask? West Broad Honda, that too. The longtime #1 Honda dealer invites you to visit us for the best shopping experience anywhere. Listen, we know inventory is an issue these days, and that's why we're excited to let you know that we're receiving new inventory daily. Stop by and take a look at what we've got on the lot and arriving soon. Don't forget to ask us about Service Pass Plus, covering your first 3 years of scheduled maintenance. See us at the corner of Broad and Glenside or on the web at westbroadhonda.com. Why buy anywhere else?
Hi, this is Tom Leonard from Tom Leonard's Farmers Market. We cut out the middleman to save you money. How's this for some bargains this week? USDA Choice London Broil, $4.99 a pound. 100% all natural, fresh chicken breast, $1.99 a pound. That's a bargain. Direct from California. Broccoli crowns, $1.49 a pound. Driscoll strawberries in the 2-pound pack, $4.99. Wow! Tom Leonard's Farmers Market open every day, 8 to 8, where the customer's always right. Hope to see you there.
Hey everyone, this is Richard Deitch, and I host the sports media of the Richard Deitch Podcast. What can you expect from this podcast? Well, each week I'll have interviews and in-depth conversations with the people who bring you the sports you love, as well as roundtables with sports media reporters about television, digital, audio, radio, print, and other forms of media. If you are interested in sports broadcasting and how you watch, listen, and read about the games you love, listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
You're listening to the high school football game of the week on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
Both teams back on the field are stretching out, getting ready for the second half. And what kind of adjustments are you looking for these teams to make?
All right, the first thing, let's talk about the team that's protecting the lead. They're talking about their first drive, and they're going back to their quarterback and said, Caleb, what do you like, or what do you feel the most comfortable with? And this is what we haven't tried yet. How does that feel to you? Can we get that? Can we make those type of plays? Hopefully they're not talking a whole lot about what he can't do. You got to tell him what he can do. And, that's good advice in the automobile.
Thank you, Will Nichols.
Thank you, no problem. But for the Springers, short passing game. Don't go back. Don't try to establish the run without a short passing game. Stretch the field a little bit and come up with ways to get 19 off his game. If you have to blitz him crazy, blitz him crazy. But at the same time, that gives him a big a big void to work against. And I just got a note from you guys. The line judge is down, so that's going to be interesting.
That makes
going to 5 officials,
5-man crew. Wow.
And they've had the touchdown. There was no help from inside because the two judges, the back judge and the side judge, are on opposite ends of the end zone, and the side judge, the back judge over there in the back. But so the guy that was working this sideline is not available. Adjustment for the officiating crew too.
Right, no kidding.
Apparently it's a hamstring issue for the line judge.
Wow. 5-man crew. Have a serious hamstring issue. Officiating's difficult.
You've got to roll one of the back and side judges up. Little pooch kick.
Pooch kick to start it out. Varina will have solid field position to begin.
So we'll look what the officials do here, but I'm thinking they have to have a guy on both ends of the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think the fact that we see 19 on the field at this point tells us this is Caleb White's game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's what they've done. They've got the guy playing in the middle now, and that's going to make corner throws really tough.
Is that a loose ball on first down?
No, just a real good gang tackling, even though
that was Nasir Smith, I believe, with the carry.
It doesn't help that a lineman has picked up the ball.
Varina started at its own 30. I missed a little bit because I was looking up.
Yeah, I think it's down by contact. It was an extended tackle, and I'm not sure.
But I wanted to point out that Varina has come out with a fullback or an H-back, and it was number 9, one of their defensive ends, Sherwood Washington.
Okay.
So down by contact at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 at the 30. And now they've got Washington as like an offset fullback.
Right, and they started a game with that too. And he got a couple plays earlier in that.
So White's calling out the signals. He'll give it off on 2nd down again. Smith, not a lot of running room there. Maybe a yard, 3rd and long coming up.
They ran that guy across the formation there too on the split block. It's called split zone, and you block away from the block towards the direction where the H-back is, and they're putting their H-back in what they call the sniffer position because he's right behind the right, usually the guards or tackles behind.
Empty backfield for Whites this time on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's looking. He'll scramble. Makes a guy miss. Gets the pass off. Had a receiver.
And the receiver stopped running.
Went to the air. Elijah Brown does not come down with it.
This kid comes out of the pocket with vision, doesn't he? The touchdown throw was the same way. He comes out, and the first time he gets cleared, he doesn't start running. Well, he didn't start looking again. He's already picked somebody out.
He also has the instincts to know when he's close to that line of scrimmage. He's come close to it a couple times, but not over it before he threw the ball.
Again, I think it's one of those things you don't tell him.
Right.
He has, the beautiful thing about his plan is he has no plan.
Twin safeties back deep to receive this kick. There's the punt, high end over ender, and it'll be taken by Braxton at the 34-yard line, and he is immediately dropped.
Braxton made a bold, but the wrong decision not to waive fair catch for that. So we'll see what the Springers came up with. Again, my deal is keep Varina off balance.
Right.
Work the ball down the field and play to your ace. And your ace is the co-player of the year last year in the 804.
Right.
He's wearing number 12. And
right.
He's
play to your strengths, and you got Braxton, you got Lovelace, you got Jenkins, you got Henley, and you got Big Eric Bird. Cole Felix,
safety.
The quick linebacker.
Yeah, is he the quick linebacker? Well, let me tell you, he was really quick, and he ran behind the play. He got behind the play. It cleared him, but the extra bow that he had to do to avoid the ball carrier gave the Varina pursuit time to get over there.
No gain on first down, 2nd down and 10. Extra time calling out the signals. Quarterback draw. And the initial hit that time made by Eldon Shaw and doesn't allow him to get out of the backfield. He may be thrown for a loss of a yard.
Varina defense is playing with a whole lot of confidence right now.
And they are going to credit him forward generously to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And a 3rd and 10 coming up.
Eldon Shaw. And again, they get quick rotation. bring in one more defensive back. Gonna blitz somebody and come with three defensive linemen.
Trinity, by the way, leading Woodbury Forest 14-7. So a 3rd and 10 possession play here for the Springers. Make that 3rd and 15 as one of the O-linemen, Maduba, jumps off sides.
He's going to be relieved by number 50.
Nothing is the score. Varina leads it. Now the 3rd and 15 call. Brought in by Christian Martin after he runs over to the sidelines and gets it from Lauren Johnson. Get away with that on the short side of the field. Back to throw. Looking. Gets rid of it. Into a crowd. 3 white shirts bracketing Tamondre Braxton, and it's incomplete.
Wow, not a good option in sight. Here it appears to me that we've established already that Varina's secondary, they're not physically impressive. They certainly have the speed to stay up with Springer receivers.
I don't think there's any doubt about it.
Yeah. I'm not sure they came in with any doubt, but Highland Springs' game plan seems to be able to test that situation.
There's the snap. The kick is short and takes a great Highland Springs bounce.
Yeah, he's got
and now it's touched.
That's touched.
And it's picked up by recovered by the Springers inside the 10. Tavon Gilpin makes a terrible decision after the punt got past him, and Reedson tried to pick it up and did not do it successfully, and what a break for the Springers.
Well, his first problem was he didn't go get the ball in the air. He should have done that. And then he had to take charge of the bounce. He had 2 clear bounces off that ball where he did not have any interference from Highland Springs.
So they'll mark it at the 10, 1st and goal for the Springers. And a little life from the home crowd who've been sitting on their hands waiting for something to happen. So they'll send 2 receivers to the left, H-back, tight end in the game.
They do not have Richardson in the game right now. Their AC defensive tackle.
So Martin has Bird in the backfield. He changes the play, goes pistol. Fake to Bird, quarterback keeper on the read, inside the 10, down to the inside the 5. And he's going to have to come out for a play because of his helmet coming off.
Yeah, they blocked down in the direction he kept the ball, but they pulled the right guard and tackle, and that's a new trend in football right there. And it's a new way to run the bootleg type action. Occasionally you can slide a receiver out there too.
So 2nd and goal at the 4. I didn't get information on who the backup quarterback is, but I have to believe it's still Ja'Kyrie Henley, right?
Right.
Safety briefing. All players in the end zone, please. Now drop the swing surface and remain on the track.
Right, he's got Lauren Johnson's making the adjustment here.
So Henley will be the quarterback.
Yeah.
Bird still in the backfield. Lovelace. Benny Christian Forrest comes in to take Henley's wide receiver position. So Henley takes the snap, quarterback keeper, and he's going to be in. And a flag comes in behind the play.
It was a definite hold on number 9.
Yep.
Sherwood Washington got
through the hold, yeah.
He got lassoed. No dispute from the Springers.
Yes, Ja'Kyrie Henley, quarterback power, had a big hole to run through, and now we know why.
Christian Martin's going to go back in here.
Interesting. because with the hold, does that count as a play? Because it doesn't, because the penalty. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess it does.
Yeah.
Even though it's still second and goal. Doesn't count as a down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Martin allowed back in the game. Henley back to his slot receiver post.
Yep. 2-by-2 with motion.
Back to throw. Martin looking. Has time. Now he'll get rid of it in the end zone. Over the middle. Has a receiver, and it's caught for the touchdown. Andre Braxton.
Good scramble that time. They reversed the kid in motion, reversed out, and he was wide open too. And in fact, they were screaming earlier in the play for him to drop it off to him because he didn't have anybody following him. But he continued on with the play, and that was a little bit more of a scramble and finding a guy running across the back of the end zone. Very, very important extra point right here. 6:43 in the third quarter.
14-yard pitch and catch from Martin to Tamondre Braxton. Extra point up and good, 13-7. Varina's lead cut more than in half. We'll take time out on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming. Our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at
If you or somebody you know is in a mental health crisis, what can you do? You can call 988 because this new number is all about getting you immediate help for mental health distress. With Virginia's 988 service, you can talk to a trained crisis worker 24/7. They can help you stabilize and connect you with any other care you might need. Now, if you need help from an ambulance, police, or firefighters, call 911. But for a mental health emergency, call 988. Virginia is here to help.
You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you in part by Bunkie Trinity Trophies on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
Boots kick taken at the 15-yard line by Eric Smith, out across the 25 to the 20 to the 30, close to the 35. Westbrook on to drive summary, 2 plays, 10 yards, 53 seconds, 14-yard pitch and catch. Martin to Braxton, and the extra point makes it a 13-7 deficit after it was 13-0 at the half. This drive summary brought to you by West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. Why buy anywhere else?
No sooner from no less a source than Stu Brown sent me a message, sent you a message too. That Caleb Weiss was at John Rolfe last year when he installed this offense at John Rolfe. And that his loss in the JV game Thursday night was his first loss as a starting quarterback since 2020.
Wow. So White's back to throw, whistle, and a stoppage.
It'll be legal procedure.
It is a procedure call against Varina.
A little on the sloppy side here.
So 1st and 15 as the ball is pushed back to the 29-yard line. Always great to hear from Stu. Long pass, overthrows Damari Carter and incomplete. Noah Jenkins was step for step with Carter on that one.
Now unfortunately, they're kind of playing into Highland Springs' hands here by not trying to, establish something with the offense where they can actually not get behind the chains like this. We're going to go with that 4 wide set. Single receiver side to the right. Slant route.
Pass goes complete to Carter. And he tried to break away, and great job that time by Jenkins of holding on and not letting him get away.
Yeah, really, and just a hitch. just a hitch, but it was but Carter made a tremendous climbing the ladder catch, and if he'd have had if it had hit him in the chest, he'd had room to run. He may have broken that tackle. It certainly could have threatened the first down, the line of gain. But now it's going to be a 3rd and 7-ish.
Yeah, got 9 of the 15 there, creating 3rd and 6.
All right, they're going to shift to 4 wide again.
One in the slot and a bunch formation out to the far side. White's looking to throw. He'll run, and he breaks the tackle and gets up the middle of the field and just kept going. 45, 50 to the 45.
The kid is just unconscious.
He's got moxie, doesn't he?
When he creeps out of the pocket, you know, up the field, not giving up ground, not giving up his leverage as far as throwing. When he cuts the motor on, he's pretty fast. Can you imagine a bunch of 9th graders trying to corral this kid?
So a 19-yard run there and a fresh set of downs from the Highland Springs 46. They'll run it on this one and push back. Nasir Smith on that carry.
Yeah, big play that time. I don't even have him on the roster, but 99 made that play.
Yeah, you do. He's look at the defense.
Sorry,
Josh Clayton.
Okay. Gave up too easy. All right, 2-by-3 formation this time. Still empty backfield.
2nd and 9 after the gain of 1. Rolling. And a sack that time. Rakia Hopkins.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty good game.
He really has. All right, so now they're...
Okay, I called Hopkins. That was Street. Excuse me. That was 44, right?
42.
42. Okay,
you got it
shouldn't
right.
have doubted myself.
Yep.
Street was just celebrating. So 3rd and 16 coming up. 3:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 13-7 is Varina's lead. Back to throw, White. He'll run. Now he'll run. Stop the throw. Now run, and he's going to be dragged to the ground. Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, is that the first time we've called his name tonight?
That is correct.
That was a big place right now. All the momentum has gone over to the Springer sideline at this point.
Loss of a yard, 4th and 17. Henley and Braxton will go back deep to receive the Royster punt. That momentum is on the Springer sideline and is permeating through the Springer stands as well.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people fanning themselves over there at the on the Varina side.
That's right.
I'm sure they are on both sides.
There's the kick. Oh, wow, what a punt. Henley takes it all the way back to the 10-yard line. And not only was it a huge punt, but the coverage team was there when it came down.
Well, if you can't cover a kick that's 60 yards in the air, you know,
and a mile high too.
Straight up, yeah, that's what I bet. I did, and that was a very, very timely kick, very important. You could see a situation where you get a bad kick and it just fuels the fire a little bit more.
So the Springers will start at their own 12-yard line.
Now, keep in mind, they have not managed to maintain a long drive or even a big play. So Varina's halfway out of getting themselves out of the hole they've dug for themselves with the special teams mistake.
They'll run it on 1st down. Bird gets out across the 15 to the 16 before he's pushed back there by number 10, Elijah Brown.
Very similar to the play they ran on 4th down in the goal line, a little bit against the more conventional defense, and you can see how Bird got his yardage. He's very, very elusive. Got a little pop for a little guy too. He's young.
5 yards on the run, 2nd and 5 at the 17.
Got a little wider splits here by the Springer linemen, too.
Clock ticks to the 2-minute mark, third quarter. Varina still leading 13-7. There's the passing formation, and he was looking for Lovelace and just underthrew him.
Thought it was strange that they would widen their splits there. At least, well, it might have been the angle that we were looking at him from down here on that end of the field. But it's a big third down play right here, Gary. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that it is. So Martin comes back from visiting with Coach Johnson. Down to 15 on the play clock. 10 of the 11 defenders within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, Martin. Will throw a screen to Henley, who catches it with one hand, and a great open field tackle that time by Tayon Cheatham.
Yeah, cornerback came up, playing the zone defense. Guy rolls into his zone. It's one thing for sure, Gary. Both these teams have a pretty good idea what the playbook of the other one looks like.
Yes, they do.
They might not recognize the cover, but they recognize the contents.
So there's the snap. Dense punt. End over ender. Going to be allowed to drop by Gilpin.
No, you can't do that.
And Gilpin's going to roll. He could have caught it at the 45-yard line. Instead, it's going to roll inside the 25.
You can't do that. I know you mishandle the thing. And fortunately, a coach is coming over and explaining that to him in no uncertain terms.
So the Blue Devils will begin at their own 25 with a 13-7 lead.
Now I wonder if anybody addressed that with him before they went out there. If I had a kid thank God I can't remember a kid doing that to me as a special teams coordinator, but if I sent him back out there, I'd be checking his pulse.
First and 10, Gilpin's in there in the Wildcat package.
Yeah.
They ran this a little bit at the very beginning after Johnson got hurt.
I like this change-up, too. Plus, gives Gilpin some action to dig himself out of the hole he just created.
Got 5, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, 4 more like that, it'll make up all that punt roll. And I don't think anybody's come close to having 5 plays in a row that gain 5 yards.
They run the ball here. This will be the final play of the third quarter. There's the snap. They'll run it this to the near side. Great penetration that time. Trying to see if
24.
I can get who that was. Yep, number 24, Kasim Drumgoal. Great.
From his inside linebacker position.
Yep, so that knocks it back to the 28, loss of a yard, creates 3rd and 6. I would imagine you'll see White's back in the game for this snap, but that snap will come as the first play of the fourth quarter. A scoreless first quarter, now a score. No, Highland Springs scored 1 touchdown there. A 7-0 Highland Springs quarter, so a 13-7 score through 3. We'll be back after this timeout on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Sometimes people make promises they can't keep.
I promise to lower taxes.
I promise.
At Pearson, we're in the business of keeping our promises. Introducing the Pearson Signature Promise. A promise to take care of you before, during, and after the sale. Plus double the manufacturer warranty on every new vehicle. The Pearson Signature Dealerships. Taking care of Virginia drivers for over 50 years. Online at buypearson.com.
Taking care of you every way. That's the Pearson Promise.
football and basketball seasons are in full gear, and BetQL is ready to help you win more consistently this year. BetQL is an absolute game changer if you're looking to find trends to help you win. Make smarter bets on spreads, totals, player props, and more. BetQL has already helped over 300,000 people with powerful analytics and community insights. Don't fumble the ball at the goal line or airball any free throws this season. Visit BetQL.com for their free daily analysis today. That's BetQL.com.
The high school football game of the week continues on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
White's looking to throw on 3rd and 6. Nowhere to go with the football, and he's finally brought down by Brennan Johnson. But he needs to share that sack with all the defensive backs.
Right.
The classic comfort sack.
And obviously, it's what's happened here is Varina's in a situation where they've got what the kid is good at is not stuff that will eat the clock up.
Right.
And so at this point, they're officially now Michelin with Johnson. Even though he wasn't a running threat, you could get back more into the mainstream of your offense.
There's the snap. There's the punt by Royster. It's an end-over-ender. Braxton will let it bounce. And did it hit a Highland Springs player?
I thought it did.
Yep, and it did. It is recovered by Asaya Davis. I don't think it wasn't the guy back deep. It was one of the guys coming down the block and hit him in the back. I don't think he even knew it.
Yeah, it bounced backwards towards the punt, and then it moved forward.
Yeah. So it's just it's the bad special teams play.
So with 10:56 to go in the ball game, a break for the Blue Devils, who now get the ball at the Highland Springs 33 after the muff punt. We'll see which package is on the field. Looks like it's White. Gilpin in the slot, Carter to the far right side.
Yeah, they made a change at guard. They took the big beefy kid, Carnahan, and they've taken him out.
Yep. Sherwood Washington is the personal protector. The fake handoff. White looks to throw, and he'll throw it away out of bounds after he got out of the tackle box. 2nd and 10 at the 33.
It was close to the tackle box. He may still throw the. Don't call it incomplete. Okay. He did. I thought he escaped the tackle box.
Once you create the tackle box, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt on that call.
Exactly. And he was not going down or anything like
that. Right.
That was the big difference.
Devin Henderson in the nope. Now it's Nasir Smith back in there. Last play it was Henderson.
He wears number 0. That also equals the number of more semesters he's eligible.
Fake quarterback keeper. He's got to the 30 and he's hit and knocked out of bounds.
Bootleg.
Braxton was over there.
Now, very key thing right here, Gary. Like I told you, I believe the Varina field goal kicker has a 35-yard, and there's basically no wind today.
Hence the people in the stands fanning themselves.
Good point. I deserve that. The comfort of the fans in the stands, not my deal.
Right, there you go. Quarterback will run again, comes up, and is hit hard. The other team's quarterback must go down.
And he must go down hard.
That was Tamondre Braxton on the hit. Now Caleb White's jumped right back up, too. Gain of So a 4th and 5 at the 28. This would be a 45-yard field goal.
I think they're
going to go for it.
And what they're going to do too is they're going to run the clock down as much as they can.
Take a timeout.
We'll talk about it.
We will take that timeout with them. You're listening to high school football on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Urgent Camp Lejeune settlement message. On September 6th, the government announced it will soon begin providing fast, guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000, with an option for higher amounts. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and suffered cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidneys, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or kidney issues, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 60 days after accepting your settlement, with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be entitled to a significant financial award for your Camp Lejeune claim, but you must act now. Call the James Harris Law Camp Lejeune helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands.
Blue Devils need 5. Weiss, empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. He'll run quarterback draw, and he's going to Ricaya Hopkins gets a hold of him, but he bounced forward. He may have gotten it, depending on the spot. They're going to spot it at the 23, and it's very close. Very close. Coach is on the far side, not happy with that spot.
Yeah. I think it's going to end up being a. All right.
Timeout. I believe it's going to be a measure.
Yeah. Which is it's appropriate that it is.
I think he's going to make it by the length of the football.
I don't know if he's going to make it.
Sticks are just short of the 23.
All right, I'm looking at the.
Spot is just beyond the 23.
I'm looking at the sideline hashes, and I think he does have it. Evidently, they can't find that little clippy thing.
Almost got tripped up.
Well, it's not exactly a ballet dancer out there on that sideline over there.
The little clicky, chippy thing, is that what you called it?
The little clippy thing. That's a Varina first down.
By less than the length of the football.
Yep. You can count on that with AstroTurf, though. Look at with the artificial turf, can't you, though? Those tick marks on the sideline and the hash marks lining up from this angle.
Tell you what, that's a big play by Caleb Weiss right there.
A good call, too. Good call. Gutty call. They had to have their blocks, blocking assignments all in a row right there because Springers couldn't have been surprised by that. And if he doesn't get tackled where he got tackled, he might not get tackled at all. Because they had him spread out pretty good.
So now the clock is running toward the 9-minute mark. That becomes a factor if you go down 2 scores. Run an option look, he'll keep it inside the. He's feeling it, isn't he?
Yeah. No, they just. This is like a little secretariat right now. I mean, that speed option was perfect, and he just kept it. Because they're not going to let one of those speed demons get the ball out clean. And you run every second off this clock, too.
Right.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit now.
Got 10 yards, 1st and 10 at the 13. Any score makes it a 2-possession game.
Right.
Now a whistle and a stoppage. Timeout taken by Varina. We'll take it with them. You're listening to High School Football Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure, if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When Freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. You may be aware that online crime is a huge threat, but did you know this problem could be a great career opportunity for you? Cybersecurity experts are in high demand and well paid. You can position yourself for this specialty in months, not years, at My Computer Career, even with no prior IT experience. Learn how you can train for this rewarding career at mycomputercareer.edu. That's mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill.
You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you in part by Bunky Trinity Trophies on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
First and 10 at the 13. They'll run it on first down. Straight ahead handoff goes to Gilpin. No business there. Big Nick Jones from his defensive tackle spot got the job done on that play. It's going to be no gain, 2nd and 10.
So Carnahan is back in at his left guard spot. Oh, shoot, Nixon came off the field, so they're going to need a center. Nixon evidently has a bleeding issue on his. Looked like one of his arms. Going to patch that up really quickly, get him back out there. I would think. Oh my God, that's what happens when your center goes out.
I was just going to say that was not a great snap.
You know what?
Why not go under center in that situation?
I thought it was interesting too because that ball was like he bowled it between his legs. And which is not a good look, by the way. But I'm also reminded that Highland Springs long snapper, who's done a pretty good job today, his last name is Bowler. I'm not sure I could have a long snapper with a last name Bowler.
It's like the professional golfer whose name is Hack.
Yeah.
Or the former Pirates and Phillies pitcher Bob Walk. Rolling left, flag comes in. Pass is thrown away, and if this is a hold, I think if I'm Highland Springs, I'd decline it.
Oh, yeah, you definitely decline it.
Because that will make it 4th down. Duh.
Now, they have not got Nixon straight yet.
Does field goal range come into play here?
And that's what the important thing is. They cannot get Nixon straight.
Do you take this penalty for field goal range purposes?
I think that's what Lauren's doing, and I don't think I don't feel like they feel a threat on this either right now.
So the ball's at the 32-yard line, and they can get a first down at the 3.
You know, they've got a kid. They've got a kid from Highland Springs now that's come out of the game.
13-7, Varina leads. 7-11 to go in the ball game. This field position created by a muffed punt. Varina started at the 33, drove it to the 13, but has gone backward since. Here's the 3rd and 29 play. White passes to the far side. It was tipped.
Yeah, it went off the receiver's hands, and he got plastered there at the end. Again, that was Brennan Johnson. He's come alive here in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Trinity, by the way, at the half leads Woodbury Forest 27-13.
Once again, football fans, take out your big raffle tickets as we will announce the winner.
Dash Rip Rock starting to matriculate his way down.
Why does he go down so early?
Because he doesn't like hanging out with us.
Okay. 2/3.
So from the 32, Varina will punt, play field position. Little pooch kick.
Oh, great job.
And caught by one of the guys going downfield inside the 10. That's a well-coached play right there.
That's showing some coaching right there.
Great job by Asaya Davis, who went down there and basically caught that punt in the air.
And give the punter a little. little chance there, a little love there too.
Now there's an official's huddle going on over there where it was caught.
Yeah, but there's no catch interference or anything like that there. Yeah, there's no catch interference. That's a very legal play, and it's up to Highland Springs to present a returner onto that play. It's going to be interesting to see here if Gary, you brought up an interesting point. Any score here is important.
So now the Springers start at their own 5. Christian Martin goes under center and just runs a quarterback sneak, fights his way through the line.
So much for that. Yeah. Run that 8 more times.
Hey, but the ability to go under center.
Yes. Good point. Really good point.
And they did that. They came out of the huddle, and he kind of stopped for a second and went right to the line of scrimmage, snapped it, and they fired off the ball, and he kind of worked his way through the hole. It's an 11-yard gain. Fresh set it down to the 16.
By the way, Bird is injured. He's in a little bit of distress over here.
They'll throw over the middle of the field. Oh, he had Kevin Finney wide open, hit him on stride, and Finney dropped it.
Yeah, they actually had him running a crossing route, which you can't run enough of those in high school, in my opinion, as long as you can protect it. And the free safety, Malachi Moore, was back there, and he had gotten a little deep. He got a little deep on it, and he had to make up some ground. And I think Finney may have heard some steps, because Malachi Moore has put a couple of smacks on those receivers today.
Martin will run it. He breaks a couple of tackles, gets out across the 20, and creates third and manageable.
If you're wondering, Martin has had... I'm trying to grab his
rushing stats.
Yeah, his rushing stats.
40 for 153 and 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
They'll spot that at the 21, so give him 5 and a 3rd and 5 coming up. And with still half the fourth quarter to play, you don't make this, it's a punting situation.
Right.
Cole Varner comes out of the game. Finney checks in. So might they go empty here?
They've got 6 in there.
And now Highland Springs will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here for this one with 5:46 to go.
They got Jamon Lewis, the strong safety, was in there that time. Martin's kind of got a guy for just about every situation, doesn't he? Every little tweak he wants to make as far as the substitution pattern.
Yeah, well, you know, all you got to do is look at their roster. It's 2 columns that are longer than and each column is longer than a bunch of the teams that we've seen this year.
Yeah. And it looks like
what?
I'm trying. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Noah Jenkins has put his helmet on too. Yep, he's out there as well.
Looking to see where Eric Bird is.
No, Eric Bird is being.
No, I meant on the sideline.
Yeah.
So here comes the 3rd and 5 play. Direct snap to Henley. He's looking to turn it upfield and does. 30, 35, 40, and he is gone. This is going to be a Highland Springs touchdown. All the way. 79 yards to Kyrie Henley. Look with me, Coach. No flags on the field.
Yep. I would say it was a good call. I thought it was an obvious call, and the Springers stayed after our blockers a little bit. The big fella's trying to come off the field. He got a little He got nicked on his knee a little bit. But the coach just waves him back out there.
79 yards on the run.
That pretty much comes close to doubling their production on offense today.
Okay, so Jarrell Dent is the punter, and he's on to try the critical extra point. There's the snap, the hold, the swing of the leg, and it is good. 14-13, Springers take the lead.
There's a flag.
There's a flag on the play. Let's wait and see.
Looks like it's going to be on Varina.
See what the officials have to say here. .5:33 to go in the ball game. Now the situation changes here a little bit. And yes, the extra point is good. 14-13 Springers will take timeout on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Hi, this is Tom Leonard from Tom Leonard's Farmers Market. We cut out the middleman to save you money. How's this for some bargains this week? Snow crab leg clusters, $7.99 a pound. You save over $2 a pound. 1 pound lump fresh crab meat, 2 for $35. Live Maine lobsters, arriving daily, $12.99 a pound. Wow, that's a bargain. Jumbo, super sweet cantaloupes, or honeydews, 2 for $5, and you can mix and match them. Tom Leonard's Farmers Market open every day, 8 to 8, where the customer's always right. Hope to see you there.
Guests appear on 910 The Fan via the Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning Hotline. For all of your Oriental rug cleaning needs, just one call to Joe Hadid. Trust your Oriental rugs to Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning. Learn more at HadidMercerRugCleaning.com.
High school football game of the week is made possible by West Broad Honda. 2023 models in stock now, or reserve and get exactly what you want. West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. On the web at westbroadhonda.com. Why buy anywhere else?
The high school football game of the week continues on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
West Broad Honda drive summary, 4 plays, 95 yards. Minute 24 on the clock, 79-yard touchdown run by Jakiri Henley. And the extra point gives the Springers a 14-13 lead. Drive summary brought to you by West Broad Honda. Why buy anywhere else? Springers will take the touchback after the personal foul against Varina on the extra point meant that the kicker got to kick off from the plus 45-yard line.
All right, well, that's again a little added bonus for the Springers. They don't have to deal with this situation right now with at least field position is in their favor. This kid is all of a sudden now it's not cute anymore. It has to be, you're going to have to be able to do some positive things with this.
Stuff's getting real now. Okay, so back to throw on first down, has time. He'll scramble out of the pocket. Now he'll throw and has a wide open receiver, and it's down the sideline to Sear Smith to the 30, to the 20. How is that real enough for you? 80-yard touchdown.
And the kid. Now because there's going to be a flag. It's going to be a sideline warning. It's going to be a sideline warning if they're lucky. But kids are going to be kids in that situation. And
you said something earlier today about lead changes.
Yeah.
It took us till midway through the fourth quarter, but hello, lead changes.
That was crazy, but it was a pure scramble, and the kid has created enough of mayhem. And throwing the ball on first down was, while I wasn't recommending it, I was trying to get them back into their offense a little bit. That was,
or you could just do that.
Yeah, you could just do that. Yeah. But the corner just came up, and
I'll tell you, same thing again that we saw earlier.
Too, as well.
He turned and caught the ball and did a 360 as he got back into speed and was able to do that without losing enough momentum to where the defense could catch up to him. And it was Nasir Smith, so he came on the wheel and, worked out great.
And then towards the end, he ran like the alligator was chasing him.
It's exactly what Keshawn Henderson did last night on his touchdown catch.
Exactly.
Where he had to turn to the left to catch it and then kept going around and did not lose enough momentum. So now the Blue Devils will go for 2. And now Varina will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here.
See, there's a lot of, there's too much time on the clock to be that sloppy with your timeout.
Caleb White now has 3 touchdown passes in this game.
And at least 2 of them are over 60 yards, aren't they?
33, 60, and 80.
173 just in 3 completions.
Let's go ahead and give you the West Broad Honda drive summary. 1 play, 80 yards, 13 seconds off the clock. 80-yard strike from Caleb White to Nasir Smith.
And literally, I know the quarterback had 4 seconds to find that.
And boy, has it gotten quiet on the near sideline.
Yeah. Still plenty of time.
Tons of time.
0 time, sir.
I didn't even get a chance to talk to you about that last Springer drive. 4-play, 95-yard drive. Now, of course, Jakiri Henley, 70, he's electric. And he kind of went to the left and turned and found a hole, and he knows what to do once he gets in space. But you know what set all that up? Was the 11-yard quarterback sneak when they were backed up on their own 5-yard line.
No question. We're talking about them somehow getting a safety out of it. Varina.
Okay, here we go with the 2-point conversion attempt, and it is snuffed out.
Okay,
a great job on the penetration there, and that is going to be
24.
It's 54. Is that 24?
No, it's 24.
Yep, that was Kasim Drumgold. Okay, we'll take time out. You are listening to High School Football on.
Maybe you want to sell your broken and unworn pieces for cash? We do that too.
How about a beautiful new piece of jewelry? Perfect. Treat yourself or put it on your wish list, and you can be surprised later.
No matter your goals, Luster has you covered because life's special moments deserve Luster.
In the Ridge Shopping Center and online at haveluster.com.
I'm Tony Kornheiser, and this is my show. What, you expecting something different? Whether you're looking for deep, insightful dives into the day's top sports stories, that's why we have guests, right, Nigel? Or simply how to get change for 100. You'll find it on the Tony Kornheiser Show. From football picks, from the best prognosticators in the business, including a monkey, to real-time baseball playoff analysis, to traffic in an area where you don't live. We got you covered. My friends come on, and you know them. Listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
We already gave you the West Broad Honda Drive Summary. It's brought to you by West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. Why buy anywhere else? Located near the intersection of Glenside and Broad. Okay, now it's 19-14 Varina. Kickoff is taken by Noah Jenkins at the 10. Makes one guy miss, and will be down at about the 16-yard line.
Great kick, great location. Got it over the top, as I suggested was a possibility. And Jenkins barely walked away from being slashed down about the 12-yard line.
Still setting them up deep in their own territory at the 18.
Yeah, good specialty team play has helped Varina. They just had that one error that opened the door for Highland Springs. You can't give a good team like the Springers hope. Just can't do it. Empty backfield with Varner at the H-back now.
Martin looks to throw, has the rush, pocket collapses. He gets it away to Varner, but that's like a shot put, and he is knocked to the ground by Elijah Brown.
Yeah.
But that's a something out of nothing play right there.
Something out of nothing a couple times. He got there was two swipes. There was two swipes at Christian Martin that time, and he escaped both of them. Got a two-hand Bob Cousy set shot pass
It's like
to Varna.
It's the kind of pass that Brett Favre made famous, where he would just push the ball out to wherever, 4:25 to go in the game.
Lewis in the backfield again.
19-14.
3-by-1 formation. Lewis is going to run the ball here.
Lewis gets the carry, gets the first down, and out across the 30-yard line. It's a 19-14 game after the 80-yard strike.
All right, Gary.
Springers went 79 yards from scrimmage, one play, then an 80-yard play. That's how it went.
Is Tuesday night on Varina's back a little bit right now?
Interesting thought. Christian Martin on the keeper, stays on his feet, gets out across the 45, and is hit with malice at the sideline, but good no flag right there. He was still inbounds.
I will tell you this. There's signs of fatigue with the offensive line.
I hadn't thought of that, but I think that's a fair point.
Now, and I think Varina's coaching staff has done as much as they can to work around it because, I've questioned.
It's been a revolving door, right?
I've questioned Richardson being out of the game on defense a couple of times, but he's been pretty much negated by the Springers.
14-yard run by Martin, and a 1st and 10 at the 45. Big handoff, quarterback keeper. He gets another 5 yards. Springer ends up without a helmet. Can't even tell who it is. No, it was a Varina Blue Devil. Elton Shaw will have to come out for a play.
By the way, there was no fake because the running back went the wrong way. So Christian Martin did what you.
But Martin
follow that back up in there.
Yeah, Martin didn't pout about that. He just said, "Okay, I guess I'm running it." Ball's at the midfield stripe. Now 3.5 minutes to go. 2nd and 5, Springers. Here comes the blitz. They get it out to Tamondre Braxton. Goes backwards, tries to go forwards then. But the athletes on Varina don't let that kind of stuff happen.
And it happened to the short side of the field, too. Martin escaped the blitz.
Darius Wilson on the tackle.
Stepped up enough, but the guys who were blitzing were able to come off that play and tackle the wide receiver. He's got a 3rd and 7 here. All right, 3rd and 5.
I didn't say anything.
3rd and a long 5, but you're right. The key down, though.
Yeah, no doubt. Got 2 plays to get this. No way you're punting. No way you're punting with 2:40 to go. Christian Martin, quarterback power, fighting his way toward the sticks. And I believe he's going to get it.
Yeah, he's going to get it.
He hasn't put up all Metro Player of the Year stats this year, but this is, an opportunity here to show what he's made of in this second half, and he's done it regardless of how this game ends up.
All right, they're going to wind the clock here.
At the 45. Clock rolls 2:20 to go.
Springers have 2 timeouts left, too, so they're going to tuck those away safely.
Jamon Lewis is still the running back. They'll go quarterback sneak again. Fight down to the 40. Game 5, 2nd and 5.
That was almost too easy, but
now you're down to 1. Now the clock's becoming a factor. 1:40 to go. You still got. It's not like you're in the red zone yet. Gonna need a chunk play at some point.
You got Jenkins.
This time they'll run straight ahead with Lewis, who does a spin move, but now is down. Now Lawrence gonna have to use one of his timeouts.
Yeah, no question.
So the Springers take a timeout.
I think it's a lot of will over skill right now, Gary.
Right.
It's run the ball with the ramifications of coming up short. I'm not sure they want to use that timeout. They want to get this. They want to get this first down as paramount. And if they fail to do it, they want to do it passing. So I think you got to put the short passing game in here, because it's in that area where it's going to get easier and easier to play defense, because you don't have to stretch the field like with your secondary. They can come up play a little bolder against the run. But they certainly got them on their heels, and one way or the other, we're going to address the fatigue issue from playing on Tuesday night with either the winning coach or from Varina, or see if it's Lauren's mind.
Looking to throw on the third down play, has a receiver out there, and it's Noah Jenkins down inside the 30 and a fresh set of downs.
Because of the down in distance, it was almost a nonchalant pass out there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're going to bend. The secondary's going to bend, and he played off Jenkins and just threw the quick out to him.
You got to move the chains, but now you got to have a little more alacrity here.
Yeah.
Clock rolls to a minute to go. Christian Martin from the shotgun, still haven't snapped it. Now they'll run quarterback power again. About 3 yards, and Lauren Johnson will use his final timeout.
Do they know about a 5-point field goal that I don't know about? It's almost got that feel, doesn't it?
It really does.
Because you got a field goal kicker. Now it's 2nd and 10. He's going to take 3 shots, pretty much downfield, I would think, at this point. So again, you get in the Varina huddle, and how much pressure do they put on? Do they have enough fresh legs? Like, guys like Darius Wilson, we haven't heard from them again, and that, of course, Wilson may be lining up against, across from Alexander a lot, and that might be negating him a little bit, but you just kind of wonder how much these guys have left in the tank.
Be interesting to see what the calls are here. 50.8. And now Highland Springs without timeouts.
I think it takes running play right out of the equation, with the exception of a quarterback scramble.
Once again, the score is 19-14. Varina with the lead. So here we go. 2nd down and 8 from the 28. Martin back to throw, has time. Now he'll scramble. Now he'll get rid of it. Has a receiver. Touchdown, Springers. Come on, Dre Braxton.
They won that down, too. And Braxton's had a tough game, and they earned that. Decent protection. He stepped up in the pocket. Varina only had a 4-man rush. And that's the play you were looking for. They're going to go for 2 because there's no reason that they're going to go for 2. Of course, they're going to go from 2, probably from 9 yards out.
Celebration penalty?
No, it's just confusion. That's lack of sideline management right there.
It's almost like he called.
Right now, he's a player short right now.
It's almost like he called those series of plays knowing he had that type of play in his pocket. They'll run Martin on power. Nowhere to go. Now he's going to look to throw. Throws it to the end zone.
And 72 is wide open.
There is a flag on the play. It's illegal touching, I would think, or illegal receiver downfield.
Yeah, exactly. 72 was wide slam over.
Oh, goodness.
You see the effort and everything, Gary, but this is not these teams' best. It's just not. They're better than this. I think.
West Broad Honda drive summary: 11 plays, 82 yards, 4:38 off the clock. It was a 28-yard strike from Christian Martin to Tamondre Braxton. 2-pointer no good. 20-19 Springers with 42.7 to go. That drive summary brought to you by West Broad Honda, Central Virginia's #1 Honda dealer. Why would you buy anywhere else?
Well, the want to is certainly there for both teams. But the unforced errors, can't, especially if you throw the penalties in there and things like that. But there is 42 seconds left. I noticed the stands across the way have lost about a third of their contents.
Trying to beat the traffic.
Good luck with that. They should probably pull up those deep returners for Varina.
The kick is recovered by the Springers. It hit one of the upbacks. They tried to do a squib that would go down the middle of the field. It hit one of the upbacks and squirted loose, and the Springer was there to fall on it, and that should do it. That was not intended to be an onside kick.
No.
It hit one of the guys.
In fact, had Varina been able to get on that, they'd have started at the 50-yard line.
100%. That's my favorite. When I saw it hit the guy, that was my first thought.
Yeah.
They're going to have great field position, and then you saw a Springer recover it. And now victory formation. And you only have to snap it once.
Yeah, this is a tough pill to swallow for Varina, I can tell you.
And there it is. That'll do it. Quite the back and forth. Fourth quarter. And it's going to be a 20-19 Highland Springs win. It may not have been a thing of aesthetic beauty, but it was an exciting finish.
Oh, it was an exciting finish. It was a finish that highlighted the capabilities of these teams. I thought at times the coaching was brilliant. At other times, there was some obvious flaws in game management. But that's going to happen. And I thought the officials acquitted themselves well, all five of them that made it to the end. And, it's, again, 804 football. We got a long way to go, Gary, before we get guys into serious contention for state championships. But both teams will not be damaged by this. This will be a pride thing. This will be just a bragging rights thing. And neither team would deserve, had they won, neither team would deserve to declare a total victory. That's certainly the truth. Handshake instead of handshake.
Once again, fans, the 2023 Great American Rivalry Series presented by the United States Marines would like now to honor today's most valuable player and award-winning team with the Great American Rivalry Series Championship trophy to commemorate this outstanding performance.
Okay, we'll begin the post-game show next. Final 20 to 19. Highland Springs a winner over Varina. We'll take a timeout. Post-game show next on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
The clock says 0, but we've still got more action ahead. Up next, the post-game report, where we'll chat with the winning coach and award the Bunkie Trinity Trophy Player of the Game on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming. Our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th, for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part, 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877 People who shop at Diamonds Direct for diamonds and engagement rings can't believe the prices.
They blew everybody else out of the water.
I saved between $1,500 and $2,000. Came here first, got a really good price. Went around everywhere else, and it wasn't really even close.
The Great American Rivalry Series and the United States Marines are pleased to
Crazy the deal that we got. Couldn't believe I was able to get into a ring like this.
All the places that I did. As the 2023 Great American Rivalry Series champion.
It's because Diamonds Direct is a true direct diamond import with special access to the world's most exquisite diamonds, no middleman markup, and a commitment to be any price, anywhere, anytime.
Whether it be duty-free, the Caribbean, or the countries, Diamonds Direct prices have beaten everything I've looked at.
At least 20% lower than what we had been looking at.
They blew everybody else out of the water.
In Short Pump, proud sponsor of UVA Athletics, and proud to call RVA home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
I keep hearing things. She's not making any sense.
I just want to end it all. He's talking about suicide.
I don't know what to do.
If you're in a mental health crisis, call 988. It's Virginia's new, easy-to-remember number for connection to a trained crisis worker. You'll get the help you need to overcome emotional distress, substance use crisis, or thoughts of suicide anytime, 24/7. For de-escalating, for support services, call 988. Virginia is here to help.
Insights, opinions, exclusive content. Get it here 24/7 on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM. Now to